Alright, humanities class, this is Lamel Herrera. I have with me,
Morgan, Jennifer,
Marquise,
Devin Pace.
So the first question is, if you had to give an estimate about how much time do you use your phone per day, how much would you say?
probably the majority of the day, like all the time, which is ridiculous, but yeah. Throughout the day, probably 34 hours.
Can't really pinpoint hours because I'm always on my phone. Like, I don't know, like, that's one of my pastimes, you know what I'm saying? So I use it a lot.
Put it all together at the end of the day, less than 2 hours, but more than 1 hour typically.
What would you do if you couldn't depend on your phone to like entertain yourself throughout the day?
Well, I like reading books. I'll read a book, or if it's TV or something. If nothing on, then I'll just read something.
Probably read the book series that I'm reading right now.
And I'd even go all the way down to like shooting paper balls into a basket. I'm pretty easily entertained, and ADHD helps with the entertainment all the time. My main sport is BMX. I do a lot of stunts on bicycles, so I mean that's something you can't be using your phone while you're doing.
I'll try to read or actually do something productive, probably.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing to think that us humans spend most of our time on our phones rather than talking or socializing with people nowadays, considering we're very social creatures. And it's kind of baffling because, as far as I recall, in the earlier times, socializing was a very important necessity for us humans. And now with quote-unquote social media, we're still kind of connecting, but at the same time not really. We're just staring at a computer, or staring at our phone in this case. Listen to some of these statistics. According to the article on Pew Internet Teens and Mobile Phones, 76% of girls at school were text, and 64% of boys do too. And out of all teens in America, 54% of them spend most of their time texting, 38 on their cell phone, and then 33 of them, just 33, actually take time to talk face to face with other people. Again, it's kind of a sad fact, but that's what I kind of wanted to test today. For this experiment, or rather this school project that I did for humanities, I wanted to go 7 weeks without using my phone for entertainment in any way. This meant no Twitter, no Tumblr, no Facebook, no Instagram, nothing like that, since it's what I use most of the time throughout school days. I did allow myself to text and phone my parents, since it's kind of necessary for me, and I don't really text that many people most of the time. I'm not that social to begin with. But I wanted to see if this 7-day experiment could fix that. So what you're about to see is a recap of that experiment that I did. It really taught me something, and I hope that it will help you learn something too. April 13, 2015. This is where my project started. This project started on a Monday, which is when I take my art and government classes, and also a biology lab. My day started as usual. I started talking to my usual group of friends. My friend Campbell likes to talk about Pokemon, my friend Colby likes to talk about paint, and my friend Jordan just talks about whatever he thinks is funny. And laughing a lot. After that, I just kind of went on to work on my project, which I kind of had a lot of fun on it. And then on government, there wasn't really much going on, so I eventually just went to lunch, and I met up with a really good friend of mine, and we just talked near the biology lab while I ate, and he just played his computer game. It was a weird time to say the least. The next day on Tuesdays is where I take biology, humanities, and history, not in that order, but my first class of biology, I just talk about a carnivorous plant with other people, since I wasn't using my phone. And then after I took history and then I went to humanities, I talked with a really good person that I know, in which I can really talk about things that interest me, and we kind of have like a lot in common. And then Wednesday is the same as Monday without the lab. It was kind of the same day. I just worked on my project, talked to my regular group of people. And then on Thursday, I did the same thing, but then I had a test that day too. And I also kind of left there with a headache. On Fridays, I usually go to some service at church. I get a chance to talk to any of the youth there that are almost the same age as me, so it's kind of a fun thing to do. On Saturday, it was kind of a family morning for me since I went with my parents to the zoo. I had to go because of assignment, but I still had a really great time. And then later that day, I also met up with a study partner of mine to study for a test that I had. And we also had a few good laughs while we studied. On Sunday, I usually work the live stream for the church's service every Sunday and other special activities, like any other special events. So I'm kind of secluded there, and I have to command 2 other people to work the cameras and take certain angles. And after that, I kind of just talked to the other youth as usual, and we did some other stuff. We also worked on a play that we've been working on, a dark theater, I think. And it was kind of a normal thing. And then finally Monday, I talked to my group as usual, and I also presented my project. I took an exam, and then there was no lab that week, I believe, so I kind of just went home. But before that, I also talked to the same guy that I usually talk to on Mondays. And then on Tuesday, I talked to the same people, and except for that one guy in humanities class. And that was the end of my experiment. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good thing for me since I didn't have my phone. I was either like forced to socialize, or I just wanted to socialize anyway. And not having my phone really helped me to do that, so it made me a more social person.